Hey everyone, Kyle Wolf here at AOMC with another product video. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button down below for all the latest content. And of course, check out all of the great products, parts, and accessories at aomc.mx. And while you're there, take advantage of the AOMC Trail Mail, free shipping and handling on orders over $99. So today we're looking at the Nuetech Tubliss tire kit, the Nuetech Tubliss tire system, the Gen 2. And basically what this is a replacement for running standard air tubes in your wheels, on your wheels and in your tires, to where, if you're somebody that's you constantly get pinch flats for any reason, or if you have to ride a higher tire pressure to avoid pinch flats, and it just makes it for a less comfortable ride, this is a great alternative for it. It's lighter, it's a better insurance policy against pinch flats. I'll get into all the details about how that's possible with this system. But like I said, it's lighter than a lot of standard air tubes. Definitely lighter than a lot of the heavy duty air tubes that you'd run if you were running in technical conditions or rocks or just anything that would normally pinch the tire, pinch the tube, and cause a flat. So once you're looking at this thing, if you're a bicycle rider and you're looking at this, you're thinking, well, it kind of looks like a bicycle tire and tube, and you're not that far off, for a road bike. And basically what this is, I'll pull this out, I already had it out at the beginning of the video, but you basically have a tire tube right here, a bicycle tire tube. It's not the same thing, but you could kind of, make the similarity to it. And what this does is, you have this tube right here, and this goes inside of this red carcass right here, and you fill the tube up to 110 PSI. And what that does is, when you mount everything up onto the wheel and get your tire onto it, it creates a barrier to where it's not going to let air through. It makes it where your tire, which is not designed to be a tubeless tire, it creates a tubeless system out of it. So when you're going to install these, it's basically like putting on a regular air tube. You get the wheel all cleaned up, and where the spokes are, that's where all the air sifts through with a regular tire tube. When you take the band off, if you're doing this for the first time, if you're changing the tire for the first time, and you happen to have one of these, you take that rubber band off. Normally, if you were using a tube, you'd take a roll of duct tape or something and run it around the spokes instead of just putting that band back on. Well, with this system, not only you still have to wrap around the spoke nipples, or where the spokes feed through the rim actually, Nuetech provides with this system their own tape. So it's a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger adhesive, and it fills in the gaps. So when you eventually add air into this system, it's not going to come through the spokes, and you're not going to lose air pressure. But once you get all that done, and you start to mount this up, you add 110 PSI into this tube, and this pushes this carcass out against the tire, against the sidewall of the tire, which pushes it against the rim. So you already have it done, and you haven't even added any air to your tire. And this whole entire system makes it to where you don't even have to run air. If you want to, depending on what conditions you're riding in, you could run 0 pounds, and your sidewall, the tire is not going to come off the rim, the sidewall is not going to come apart, just because there's no air in it. It's going to hold it right against the rim of your wheel. So, when you're installing this, look on YouTube for all kinds of videos. Nuetech has great installation videos with this. You're going to have to do a little bit of fabrication. You're going to have to drill out your wheel just a little bit. But, it makes it possible to do it where you're not having to worry about pinch flats, especially if you're going to be riding out riding outside all day. You don't want to carry a tube with you just in case you pinch your tube and then you got to change it. One other thing, on that note is, if you're running this and you happen to puncture your tire, you don't have to worry about being stranded, being stuck, then having to take the wheel apart. If you have just a standard plug kit with you, a standard tire plug kit, you can leave the tire, you can leave the entire wheel on the motorcycle and plug the tire as it stands right there, put whatever air pressure you want back into where the air gap is between this and the tire, the inner carcass of the tire, the inner edge of the tire, and you're ready to go. You don't have to take it off. You don't have to take the tire off. Just makes it real easy. So, if you're looking to get something, you know, maybe a little bit of an advantage. Say you're riding on a supercross track and you're riding hard pack, maybe you want to run a little bit lower tire pressure, whereas, you know, if you wanted to run 10 with an air tube, that might be a little bit, you know, on the low side for an air tube. You could do that with this. You might even be able to run 9 or 8 and get that tire flex to where you get more of a face from the tire with the tread down to the ground. So, you know, this is just a great option. Again, look at Nuetech. They have great installation videos on how to get this done. It's about on the same difficulty level as putting in a standard air tube. But the benefits for having this in, especially if you're going to be riding all day and you know you're going to take a chance on getting a pinch flat with a standard air tube, this takes all that out of the equation, and repairing it, you're not even repairing this, you're repairing your tire. Leave it on, plug it up, add your air back in. If you're carrying a pump with you, you're ready to go. So once again, this is the Nuetech Gen 2 tubeless tire system. You can find more items like these, any other great products, parts, and accessories at aomc.mx.